What's going on? It's Mike. I'm back again with another video. Today I'm going to be looking at all my polishers I use in detailing. I put a post up on my YouTube and I put a survey up. Says, do you guys want to see tools I use? This is going to be part of answering that survey. The survey was like over 50%. You guys want to see some of the tools I use, so I'm going to show you some of the tools I use. So what I'm going to do in this video, if you guys like watching detailing videos, product reviews, how-to videos, live streams we do every other weekend, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below. My analytics show that over 50% of you do not hit that subscribe button, so do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below. It's free to do, so why not? Please do me that favor. Give me a thumbs up, comment down below. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go from left to right, from my left to right, and then we'll end up over here. And then I got my pads I use down here, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I use. So my only rotary tool that I have is the Chicago rotary. I got it at Harbor Freight. I mainly only use it to dry my pads. I got a mop bucket or a mop sink over there when I clean my pads. It's a 10 amp. It runs from 1,000 to 3,500 OPM. It's got a digital variable speed. I have done a few boats with it. It runs quite well. It did have a 7-inch backing plate on it. I think I took it down to a 6-inch. Let me see, is that 6-inch? Yeah, it's got down to a 6-inch because it's, you don't find very many 7-inch pads. So I dropped it down to a 6-inch, and then so I mainly use it currently to just dry off my pads. So it stays next to my mop sink. And other than that, unless I do a boat, I hardly ever use it. So it's the Chicago, works pretty good. I've never had a complaint with it. Every time I fire it up, it runs great. So that's one of my tools that I've used. So I got all my notes sitting here so I didn't have to scroll through my computer or anything like that. So my very first polisher I ever got, and I only bought it because just before I officially started business, I was doing this as a side hustle. I bought this Torq X right here, this little dinky old thing, and it's a 700 watt 8mm throw. It's got a 5-inch backing plate. I think the OPM was 1,200 to 4,200. And then, man, this thing was great. I was doing my car, neighbors' cars, friends' cars, relatives, in-laws. I was doing their cars with it. And then I went into business, got my license, started doing work with it. And then, it was working pretty good. It is a little on the heavier side, but it was doing a great job. I really had no complaints with it. But this was, for the longest time, the only thing that I had. So if it broke, I was SOL. So I ran it forever. It still runs. I don't run it no more though, but it still works. Then I believe I walked into AutoZone one day, and everybody knows about the AutoZone special, about the G9. I bought the G9 at the AutoZone special. I think it was like $159. It's a 1,000 watt 9mm. It's got the 6-inch backing, and it's a 2,000 to 6,400 OPM. I couldn't beat it. I think it joined with this one. Yeah, 1,000 watt, 12 volt. Yeah, so I liked it. So this thing, it's a beast. It's great for a first timer. For any new beginner, this is a great polisher. It's very inexpensive. Great polisher. Very, very good. So once I got them two going together, I had a 5-inch and a 6-inch. I ended up not swapping backing plates. That's the reason why I kept that one a 6, because I had the 5. And then I had an 8-inch, I had an 8mm to 9mm throws. So I was getting excited. I was like, well, I went and got the G8. I got the little 3-inch backing plate. And this one was a 700 watt, and it has the same 2000 to 6400 watt OPM. And I kept the 3-inch backing plate on there for the longest time. And then I did go to the 2-inch backing on there, but the one thing I didn't like when I had the 2-inch backing on there is with this being kind of big, you kind of lose sight of the 2-inch on there when it's in orbit. When you're on there and you're going in, you lose sight of it. So I kind of put the 3-inch back on there, and it's a great polisher. It's a great 3-inch. On the low speed, it'll bog out just a little, but it's still a great powerful beauty. I love it. So this was my third polisher I bought. I think I bought this one before I bought the Rotary. And I think right after this, I bought the Rotary. Then I bought this one. I bought this Dewalt cordless polisher. This was a 20 volt brushless cordless. It's a 2.1 orbit. It doesn't give you a throw. It gives you 2.1 inch orbit. It's a 2000 to 5500 OPM, 5-inch backing. I'm gonna have to replace this backing plate here pretty soon. I do have a backup on it already because it's wearing out. I've had this one for over a year, and I've done a couple corrections with it. You go through some batteries on it if you're doing corrections, but I run a 5 amp or 4 amp. You can run a 4 or 5 amp battery. You can do a polish on it with one battery. If you're just running a straight 20 volt, you might go through 2, maybe 3 batteries. I would say at least 2 batteries if you're doing a polish. But being cordless, I'll run through my corrections with my regular ones, with my compound. Do my corrections. I'll come with my this one with my polish. This is my polisher right here. Do all my polishes. So I love this thing. Sweet, and I like it. Shortly after I bought this, my local detail garage had these Rupes on sale for 30% off, and this is the Bigfoot LHR 15 Mark III. It's a 15 millimeter, 5-inch backing, 3,000 to 5,200 RPM or OPM. It's only a 500 watt. Is that right? Let me make sure. That's what I downloaded their brochure, and I wrote everything down to make sure it's a 500 watt. So my only complaint with this thing, it's a Cadillac for sure. But man, this thing finds the smallest curve, it'll bog. It stops. And I don't like that. Man, I like some curves on a car. Or curves on about anything really. But man, this thing stops on every curve. And I don't like that at all. But other than that, this thing it's a Cadillac when it's on a flat surface. But when it was 30% off, I got a really good deal on this thing. And so I've jammed down to my local detail garage and picked this up, and I was like, man, this thing's gonna be sweet. And believe it or not, I went back to this more than I went to this. So the Rupes, it is nice, but it's the curves. This thing runs like a Cadillac though, so I do like it. I do occasionally use it. Some of the older cars, which has a long flat surfaces, I'll bust them out. Then I decided, this was a 15 millimeter. And then at the time when I got this was my longest throw, the 15 millimeter. That was my longest throw. Then I decided to go with my ShineMate. This is my baby right now. The ShineMate EX620. It's an 800 to 1200 watt, 21 millimeter. It did come with the 6-inch backing plate. When I bought it, I bought the 5-inch backing plate and the replacement 5-inch backing plate, and immediately changed it as soon as I got it, because I like 5-inch backing plates on my polishers. I just like having the control of the 5-inch plates. That's my preference. That's just me. OPM on it is 3,000 to 5,800. This thing's a beast. It tears up curves on a vehicle like there's no tomorrow. It hits a curve, tears it up. So I got no fear of this thing bogging down at all. If I'm a swirl, it eats it up. And I love it. So I'm stoked. So this was my, I think I bought this during the summertime. Bought it at Carzilla. When I bought it, I think the trigger on it broke. The trigger on it broke after about the 4th or 5th use. And Carzilla sent me the replacement part for it. It took me like 10 minutes to fix. I was back in session. So I've had nothing but great experiences with it. I'm excited. So then recently, and this is recently, within the past 2 weeks. If you guys haven't watched Mountain Town Detail, Mountain Town Detail is another YouTube enthusiast. He's up in the Midwest. He bought a Adams $500 mystery box. This was in it, and he didn't want it. So I sent him a message immediately. I said, "Hey, you want to sell it?" He said, "Yeah, I'll sell it to you for this price." So it's a price I couldn't beat because he had a bunch of 2-inch pads in there. There's some foam polishing pads and some compound pads. I was like, well, I was thinking to myself, if I kept that at a 3-inch and I didn't like the way it was, and I knew at this being a 2-inch, and it has the adapters to make these a little bit longer. Yeah, it's right here. And right now it's set at Rotary. And I can make it a DA. And it's got a little brush. It's got all the attachments. He made me a deal. I was like, 2, really? Send it to me. And that was like 2 weeks ago. I bought it on a Saturday, and on Monday I had it. Was it? Yeah. No, I bought it Friday. He shipped it Saturday. I had it Monday. He overnighted it to me. I was stoked. So I was happy. So I'm keeping this at the 2-inch, and I was gonna swap everything out to it, but until Christmas came because, well, you know what? That doesn't go like that because it goes in like this. I'm happy with this. I'm excited for that. Also, that is the 1 and 2-inch micro cordless swirl killer 2.0. It's a rotary 3 millimeter and the 12 millimeter. It's 12 volt 2.3 milliamp. So that's what that is from Adams. Then Christmas came, and this is what I wanted. It's the SPTA. If you have never watched Phil from Random Detailing, he's probably got the warehouse of these. These things are freaking awesome. Well, that's what he says. I'm about to find out. Right now, it's got the 1-inch backing plate on there, and that's why I wanted this. It's for the 1-inch. So now I got the 1-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, and a rotary. This one is the 1-inch, 2-inch backing, 12 volt, 2,000 milliamp, 1,000 to 7,000 OPM. And it charges in 45 minutes, and it can run for 45 minutes. And here's the 2-inch backing plate. And it's already set on the rotary on there. It's got the extensions on here already. It's got the extensions on here, extensions on there. It's got the 1-inch pads here. It's got the 2-inch backing plate with the 2-inch pads. It's got the extra battery here. This is where the extra battery would go. I got the charger set up over there on my stations. Got everything I would need here, all the instructions. So I'm excited. This is, I think, only $200. It's sweet. It is freaking sweet. I can't wait now to detail. Now it's freaking raining in sunny California, so Santa brought me that. So I'm excited for that. That's the SPTA. I got the Adams micro swirl. Let me know in the comments down below if you have used any of these and what your experiences are. So I'll take my notes and slide them out here. So I'm gonna show you some of the pads that I use. So for the Griot's garage, you know, I don't just go to griots.com and get it shipped because their backing is, their shipping log is way backed up. So I just go to my local AutoZone. They got the 6.5-inch pads. They're there. They got the finishing pads, correcting pads. They're there. I just get them. There's my Shine Mate spare backing plate coming from Carzilla. I just didn't want to, you know, coming from Canada, I didn't want to take the chances of. Got some finishing pads, cutting pads, Shine Mate pads. I got this from Carzilla also. Forgot what type of pad this one was because it's a microfiber pad, but it doesn't tell me if it's a polishing or cutting. Oh, auto polish tool system. It doesn't tell me what it is, but I do have a bunch. I got some Eurofiber pads. I think I got them on Amazon. The Eurofiber pads for the G9. I got the really fine polishing pads, black ones. What else do we got? I got the Rupes wool polish pad. And there's some more 6-inch pads. I like the green ones for the polish. It says heavy polish, but it's not really a heavy polish. It's super freaking soft, but it goes on pretty well. Let's see. I got the light medium, white ones. Got a bunch of those. Bunch of orange ones for the 6-inch or for the 5-inch, some Eurofibers. Got a bunch of Eurofiber ones. I got a couple of them over there at my mop sink I need to wash because I just did a car the other day. Some more white ones. I got some 3-inch pads from Griot's garage. Those ones I do have to order. Got some 3-inch pads. I do have some 2-inch pads. So where they are. I do have some 2-inch ones for the Griots, and my backing plate's in here somewhere. I've got some 3-inch ones. I usually put this on a drill attachment. I do have a drill attachment that I'll put these ones on. Let's see, what else do I have? Some of these other pads I've used. Let's see, it's got some Max Shine pads. Trying to show you some other pads that, let's see, some more of these ones. I've got to get them all organized up, go through them all. I did have some of these. Oh, there's a local California Finest Detail Supply. There's another detail supply shop down in South Bay. I'm in Northern California. There's another place that has some, I went in there. They actually has some really fine pads, some wax pads, and that's what these are, wax, for just straight wax. I think that's all the pads I have. These are all, oh, this is a heavy cut. I don't use them very much. The yellow pads are a heavy cut. I try to avoid those as much as possible. And I have, you know, for the 6-inch and for the boats, I do have some stuff for the boats, but I try to stay away from. Oh, then when I got the Shine Mate, they sent all the Shine Mate stuff. I have moss sitting over here. I got a wool pad for the for the boat. Shine Mate pads. But I don't use those ones because these are the 7-inch ones they want you to put on that 6-inch backing, and that's just not my cup of tea because I like to have a smaller section to have control over. So I'll put that away here shortly because I want to organize it and get them all cleaned up. Some of them I need to go through because when I look at this one, it kind of looks like trash, but could probably do some headlight restoration with that one. Probably keep it off to the side. So that's my first video I'm gonna do for tools that I use. I might do another video on some interior tools that I use. So if you like watching my videos that I do a lot of detailing videos. I do the live streams. I do now in 2022 will be every other week. So hit that subscribe button down below. And I'll see you next time.